Hi, Gemini. Welcome back. Good morning. It's going to be a general collective read for Gemini. Right, yeah, because my collective is Gemini right now. Must be true. My phone just went off. All right. What do we got? Let's see for my beautiful Geminis. What are you doing, guys? What's going on? Oh, what are you walking away from emotionally? Let's see, what else? Show me, Spirit. Okay, I see. Overall energy starting over. So maybe something happened over the weekend, or maybe something's just, you're starting over in something because something before wasn't emotionally fulfilling to you. You walked away from something emotional. Daughter of Wands, Two of Wands to Justice. I want to clarify the Daughter of Wands, though. Why is the Daughter of Wands here? Okay, yeah, transformation. That's what it is. You had to take because you're the Empress. Look, what a beautiful Empress too, or Empress, Empress or Emperors. You can switch the energy. You just can't switch the roles, cross watchers. Only Gemini. All right. Something you've had to emotionally walk away from something because it wasn't emotionally fulfilling. It was leaving you like in moon energy, but once you dumped that cup out, you're going into the sun. I've never seen this card like that before, but thanks, Gemini. Thank you for the level up in my mind. I love Gemini energy. You guys do something to my mind. You help me see things in ways that maybe I normally wouldn't see them. See, we help each other and we grow together, right? We get on the same playing fields, but we all have our own like gifts and views and all these different ways that we learn, and then we show each other, and then we understand more, and then we evolve together. Anywho, yeah, you emotionally walked away from something because something was just, it needed a transition. It needed a transformation. This energy was not welcome here. It's Daughter of Wands, which in other words is Page of Wands, which can be very lustful, sexual, immature, in and out energy. It also could be telling me you were not on the high. You were not extremely passionate about what you were going after. So something was leaving you emotionally unfulfilled. The passion was gone as well. A transformation needed to be made for this, but you were not at a crossroads, you were at a path. You were like, which way do I go, right? And then justice was created for that. So wherever you were, you're getting justice for that. However the cards fall for you, like, well, literally, but also figuratively too, right? Because you're the Empress, it's showing. It's a clear-cut message. The Empress is starting over. And you, Gemini, are the motherfucking Empress. Empress is starting over. It doesn't feel like bogged down energy either. This just feels like it was like a kind of a not a quick decision, but this doesn't feel like someone you gave someone a chance, it didn't work out, on to the next. It's that type of thing. There is a little disheartening, like, oh, it's not like you're disappointed, but you're like, that sucks. We could have really been something, but that person just wasn't like ready, willing, or able to give you what you earned and what you deserve. So it's like when people aren't good enough, we don't hate on them. We just say, namaste, have a great life, and we're on to the next. It's like that, right? Because when we have hate in our heart, what happens? We end up being bitter, emotions start going all over the place, and we just end up hurting ourselves because, like, the sun always comes out every day. That's one thing I know for sure, right? One of some things that I know for an absolute is the sun will come out every single day. So every day is kind of a brand new day, right? So it's all about our own emotions. I think that's what maybe that's what part of our mission is on Earth, is to open your heart more so that you can live in authentic truth, right? Because I think in the other dimensions, I mean, just hear me out. It's a theory. Doesn't mean that it's a theory. But if you can get there, it makes sense. It's like other dimensions, maybe we have free will because of our heart, right? Like it's choice here on Earth. Whereas in other dimensions, it's just more logical and analytical. There's not like a lot of heart here. So we have a lot we have to overcome, a lot more emotion. So it's kind of like one big long Groundhog Day, but in a different way, right? Because the world, like the world keeps going every single day. We keep waking up and doing things every single day. But until we change something, right? That's what makes our day that's what makes our day change. When we change something, that's what like sets the course to change something else. You change something emotionally, then you feel better. When you feel better, you like think better, right? Not that you don't think good normally, but like your thinking is like more elevated, right? Because you're not bogged down with emotional garbage, with emotional shit. But we also don't want to take our emotions and stuff them or put them into our thoughts. We don't want to repress our emotions. It's okay to take emotions and put into thoughts to process, right? Because I think Gemini kind of does that in a sense, because you're always working from your heart. So sometimes you have to take it up to your mind and work it out that way. But when you're like in lower energy, we don't want to repress emotions because that only hurts ourselves, right? That's all that does. And it makes it very difficult for future connections because if we're still hung up on past feelings, past emotions, that's not anyone else's baggage. Well, I mean, it kind of is garbage. We don't want other people's baggage and we don't want to give them our baggage. Garbage, however you want to call it. You know, and I say garbage because it's like stuff that we've already probably should have like tossed away. It's hard. Emotions are hard. It is very difficult, especially when you give your heart and you're all in, and you think things are going to be a certain way because you made an agreement or whatever, right? Like however it works. It sucks when we're disappointed, when we're betrayed and things like that. But life goes on. We can't sit and wallow in self-pity, right? Like we are able, but it's so miserable down there. Who wants to feel those ways, especially when it's so beautiful out? Like, even when it's not beautiful out, it's still like alive, right? So, yeah, there's that. So that's what I got for love, Gemini. That's what you're doing. It's kind of like, oh, okay, I checked this one out. Now I'm on to the next because it's just not what you wanted. And let's see what Spirit has in store for you, though. What messages do Spirit? I'm hearing the next one will be better. But then I heard not as good as the one before. So I don't know what that means or who that's for. But, well, some of you had a twin flame connection with somebody maybe a few times ago, right? And your person, the twin flame, couldn't get their act together. So you had to like go up and away, and you had to leave people where they were. That's what sucks on a twin flame journey. And I use that term very loosely. All a twin flame a twin flame is someone that you have a soul tie with, a soul connection with. You understand them, they understand you in ways that others don't. So you have a mutual, like some kind of a connection, right? We could say it's from past lives. We could say we signed up for this on Earth. I'm not going to do all that because though I do understand those ways, and in some ways that makes a lot of sense, and I do kind of believe that, that's not really my belief. I think it's on Earth because we're on Earth. I want to stay grounded on Earth too, but take some of the knowledge from the 5D and the astral and the spiritual, but bring it down to Earth so it's like real. You know what I mean? Like, I think spirituality is just keeping it real. That's all it is. It's keeping it real. We may be eccentric, but that's because we see things in ways a lot don't. And people are afraid of what they don't understand, or they fear what they don't understand, which they could understand if they just chose to try. But anyway, right? So I think it's like when you meet somebody that you're just on different, you may be on different timelines in life too. Like maybe like you help each other out, but you both had trauma. You come together and you're supposed to help each other work through trauma to grow together. That doesn't always work on Earth. Sometimes a twin will choose to just keep being the way that they're going to be because their ego is just too huge and they don't want to work on the things that they need to work on. So any type of thought about you might create an emotional disturbance, which they don't like that. So that's why they will ghost, not think about it, pretend that you don't exist, right? Things like that. And you might be doing almost the same, like not communicating with your twin for completely different reasons. It's more so like you dogged me out, you disrespected me in I don't know how many ways, but times that by 10, and then you want to come up as if nothing happened. No, that's just going to make it okay. I don't think so. So there's different sides of it, right? But we can still love someone at a distance. We don't have to be with them every day. We can still pray for them and wish them good health. And, if they find their way back, they find their way back. But, that requires action, accountability, respect. It's a lot of work, and not everyone's cut out for that work because not everyone is as strong as you, Gemini. Not everyone. Some people are weak. They choose weakness because it's easier for them to be weak than to be strong. We can't live in their authentic truth right now, which that's their authentic truth in a sense because they are choosing to show weakness by not evolving. You can't be in that mess. So you have to just keep up and away, meet and with people on your level or higher. And what's going to happen is when you truly let go like that, it's called surrendering. It's such a beautiful thing. It's not giving up. It's literally saying this is out of my control and there's nothing I can do about it, right? No matter how my heart feels, my mind tells me I know what's right, what's wrong. I know what's good, what isn't. Like it's a disconnect and there's nothing I can do. It's out of my control. We don't want to control anyone. Not high vibrational people, not enlightened ones. We don't want to control. Everything's about choice. But people's choices then make our choices, in a sense, right? Like everyone has a choice, but my choices sometimes are based on other people's choices because I'm not going to tell you what to do, but I'm not down with certain things. And you should know better. And if you don't, okay, well, I'm making my choice from here. It's like that. Sometimes twins go off and they do different things and then they come together later. Sometimes one they separate, one just keeps going on that path of destruction while the other one heals and starts to live life and then starts dating again. And sometimes they get married or sometimes they find the partners that they want. And by the time the twin catches up, it's like too late, It just depends. Sometimes people, I heard a story the other day. It's not even a story. I was at a pig roast and I had some glow balls and, just playing around for the kids and stuff and for the adults too. And there was a guy that one of the kids gave him the glow balls and he was like, can I use them? I'm like, yes. And he was so awesome with them. And I'm like, wow, the way he moves. And then I found out later he was a fire thrower, right? Like he just, one of those, like with this type of music, it's called living free. Okay. But anyway, that's not the story. The story is his girl. I'm like, is that your husband? We just started talking. And she's like, funny story about him and I. So 20 years or 25 years ago, they were together, right? He wanted, they were together for a few years. They went through college together, blah, 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 blah. She wanted a family and to settle down, and he wanted to see the world. So they separated, right? He went and saw the world and did what he needed to, all the things. And she settled down, she got married, she had a kid. Well, then she got divorced. And then we fast forward all these years, they came together about 6 months ago. They happened to, he ended up reaching out to her and saying, hey, I think I saw you the other day. And it wasn't her, but then they started talking. And so he reached out to her. They started talking. They got together, and like now they're working towards. It's like they both got the lives that they wanted, and then they came back together later. So she got the child that she wanted. She got a marriage, but you know she divorced. Things happen, and now it's like she's got. It's so. It was just so amazing how that story came together. I really, really loved hearing that because that was like, aw, right? It's when we surrender, when we let go. We can't hold on to control. We can't hang on to shoulda, coulda, woulda. We can, but that just makes us miserable. And it angers us, right? Like, or me anyway, because I don't know about you, but for me, I go from 0 to a fucking hot quick, and I don't mean to. So it's like, but it's like, I don't understand how sometimes people don't understand. What do you think the fucking complete opposite of genuine, nice, and authentic is? Peaceful, nice, authentic, genuine, right? You flip, you turn that fucking rage, you know. But I am working on, I don't know about you guys, but I'm working on, I don't want to be rage. And so instead of, okay, so like I don't like get that, I do get that anger, but instead of like acting it out physically, violently, I shut my emotions off because that's what's safer. And I don't know really if that's healthy or not healthy. I'm not sure. But when someone pushes me past the point of no return and I'm like ready to fight, all of a sudden my body shuts off emotions and I just start thinking logically and analytically. It's like a switch that goes off to prevent me from being violent. You see, but this is like something that, and I don't know, I mean, weed helps a lot too. Um, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I've talked to therapists. I've researched it in psychology as well. And it's a defense mechanism, but it's like while I'm figuring out how to get the words out of where I'm at, I have to shut my emotions off because I am a very emotional being. Like I feel my way through life. So that's what's prominent around me are emotions. And if they're in disarray or if they're pulled out of whack, there's, I mean, crazy white girl comes to mind. But like, I might need Bond. No, I'm just playing. No, but it's like that. So sometimes I'm not really sure why I'm saying all this, but maybe somebody needs to hear it or it's part of the read. Let me know in the comments below. All right, Gemini? Let's see what we got for you. Let's keep going for this new love. All right, we already know what happened. Oh, we were talking about the twin flames because because of that message that they're going to be better than the one that you just had, but not like the one before. So I think that like you fell in love with someone. You had a true connection with someone and they just weren't ready to measure up. So you guys split. You healed from a lot of shit. You started dating again. And now it's like, all right, on to the next. Hey, it's a big, big world out there. There's many, many people. And there's ladies, for the ladies out there, a man, come on, that's the easiest thing to get. Let's be real here. Right? Women are the easiest thing to get too. Let's be real here, right? It's just the way it is. It's finding your right match, the right partner for your own moral compass, for your own values, your beliefs, right? You find your personality, the way that there's just a lot to it, but it must be true. My phone just went off. All right. So it's not about getting a man or getting a woman. It's about finding the right fit for you. And sometimes that's not just one person. It just isn't. Sometimes we have to date a few people at once to figure out what it's fun. It's fun. No one's saying you have to sleep with them all. But like I said before, even if you do, that's your motherfucking business. Like, what? We're all grown adults here. Fuck the conditioning. Fuck the social conditioning. Fuck all women need to be. No, women, actually, we can be wild as fuck because we're strong as fuck. So let our inner roar come out because it will, even if you don't let it, and it will come out worse. Just saying. But when you're allowed, when you feel free to be yourself, it helps others as well because then they feel free to be themselves and then everyone feel free to be themselves together. That's a good fucking time. What? Yeah. Yes. Yes and yes. And for you mothers and fathers out there, I'm hearing I'm hearing, it is difficult raising an independent kid or raising independent kids, but we do it anyway. It's hard, but I'd rather that than a fucking spoiled brat that thinks their shit doesn't stink and that they can just do whatever they want and pout. Like, ew, that's not the way real life works. Look, and that when I was about to say that, the four stability, home life, some of you might be dealing with a Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. You don't have to be, but really what you're looking at in this point of your life is you're stable and you're not allowing people in too close. You can come close, but not that close. You know what I mean? Like, no, I don't want... You're keeping private, like your private life. What's yours is yours. You'll go out, you'll have fun, you'll vibe, you'll hang, but like home is sanctuary. Let's be real, people. And you need to be deeply trusted to enter my Gemini's home. I'm just saying, hey, Scorpio sister here. I feel you, Gemini. But yeah, so I'm going to end right now in a minute because they're already at 20 minutes. And I'm trying not to make these be really long, but apparently I had a lot to say. Gemini, I appreciate your Mercury energy. Thank you, because you help me communicate better, Gemini. That's the truth. Gemini is social, right? It's also communication. And so when I come into your energy, when I'm doing your reads, you help me to communicate better. So it is your energy that's helping me be that much more of a better person and a better communicator. Because if I'm a better communicator, then I'm understood. If I'm understood, then life's better. It's not that I'm a better person. It's just that you help me be the best version of myself. So thank you. I appreciate that. All right, let's see what we have. Spirit, final thoughts for love for Gemini. I'm not so sure I like this, but I feel like this is a warning. Oh, this is about your twin. For those of you that have a twin, it's not for everyone. So for those of you that have a twin, this is what it's about. Oh, they just came through. Okay. Your twin wants to speak. They see you as the Mother of Pentacles. We've been seeing this card for I don't know how many days. It keeps coming out for Gemini and for the collective. So for some of you, you are a mother or father. If you are a parent, this is just saying, because it's earth energy, your twin knows that you're a wonderful parent on 3D earth. They see it. You're a great business person. You know how to make money. You know how to hold your household down. You make shit happen on the 3D earth, period. And you protect your child or children at all costs. Your twin also has been spying on you, and they want to communicate, but they know that you've emotionally walked away because of their bad, shitty behavior in the past, and that keeps them up inside their head in a self-imposed mental imprisonment, right? But they do see you as the lovers. They just don't know what to do. It's almost like they're waiting for a sign to contact you, that it would be okay. Because it's apparent by now you're not chasing them. You know? That's beautiful, though. So that, I mean, you probably already knew that, Gemini, but I just wanted to bring some clarity in. Your twin, when I say spying, it could be social media. I mean, do I really think they're stalking you outside? Maybe. But, like, you're going to know your person best, right? And even most times when our twins stalk us, they're harmless, right? We just get aggravated. But not all, because certainly if you feel unsafe, definitely take precautions. I am in no way telling you how to run your life or what your twin is about. Only you know that. That's it, right? But yeah, it's like they're spying on you. Maybe social media, if you have like Facebook or Insta, TikTok, YouTube. They might be asking friends. They might be trying to figure out what you're up to. They want to communicate to you, but they know that you've emotionally walked away. Or they want to communicate emotions to... Okay, thank you, Spirit. There's another message. So it's like they don't know. It's like what I first said. But then it's also that they've been watching you and they want to communicate emotions to you. Not all, but some. But because they don't know how to act or be, or like be an adult, and they've never met someone of your stature or high caliber or high standards, or it's almost like you called this person out and you wanted them to be a better person, so you weren't putting up with bullshit. Where other people might have put up with it and probably still do, because they probably get something up from your twin on like a tangible, like a financial or whatever it is. Because people only put up with shit like that when they're like getting something out of it, right? Like, not a highly evolved or highly vibrational person. We won't put up with that. We don't care how much money is involved. Take that and shove it up your ass, like, for real, before you disrespect me. You don't want to be clowned out, and you don't want to be with a clown. And this person knows that. They just don't know how to act because it's just like a trauma stunt. We all have trauma. We all have been through this. Maybe not the same situation, but we all have been through trauma. Just because we worked through our trauma doesn't mean we weren't here once. And we can't forget where we came from too, because we all worked through stuff to get where we are today. And so we can't throw shade on someone. We can't throw hate. We have to work with them where they're at, but there has to still be accountability and stuff. They're stuck in their head though, because of the lovers. And there's nothing you can do about that, but I just wanted to let you know. Wow. Okay. The truth. Okay, so the truth is there might have been a marriage and or long-standing commitment that ended in divorce, and a new beginning wasn't had because you didn't chase them or something. Because here's the father. I just got pulled to pull the deck. Here's the Father of Swords and then the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. And we know by now I'm a reader that has all my cards in the upright. So if they somehow end up in reverse, whether they flip or my hand moves a certain way, and I pick it up that way, or they fall and it means that they're meant to be in reverse. So that's my way of my guides and spirit telling me it's meant to be. So, there may have been some kind of divorce and this person's upset about that, but really it's like maybe you, Gemini, just stopped trying and you were always the fixer, and then you're like, this time, fuck that. Sit in your mess now. I'm not fixing it. And then you didn't. And they didn't expect that. And then it was like, holy shit, I have to try. They didn't know what to do with themselves. I'm telling you. I don't think that they're a bad person. I just think they have a lot of growing up to do and a lot of trauma to heal. And I don't want anyone to think that you're better than your twin, because you're not. You're just at a different stage in your life. We all go through stuff. Some of you, there may have been an age difference. And with that, there's also maturity there too, right? Like, maybe you made your twin feel things that they never felt before. See things in ways they never, because you're not toxic. You're not negative. And they can have all the negative and toxic people that they want whispering in their ears and telling them all these sweet nothings and all this bullshit and kissing ass and all these things. But those people just stay repeating anyway. They're like spiritual warfare in a basement. Yikes. That's where some people hang out, in a basement. With no windows. Yeah. Yikes. Yuck and ew. But anyway, so that's what your twin wants to say. What do we got for business real quick? We're at 29 minutes anyway. Okay, you got someone coming business? Let's go. Gemini. All right, this looks good. I don't see any pentacles as of yet, but that's okay, because this looks like this might be some of your passions. This may just be, it's in the stages of business where you have a match. So you got the Father of Cups, and then the overall energy is the Mother of Cups, right? So that's a match. So you're going to be working with someone that has the right amount of love for what you guys are going to be doing. It's hidden. Spirit doesn't want me to tell you or say out loud what you're working on, but Spirit wants you to know whatever you are working on is coming to fruition, because the changes that you've made with the Magician, looking right at the Ten of Cups, this is going to bring you ultimate wish fulfillment, like in business, right? And you're going to have the same amount of love as someone else that's coming in that you're partnering up with. It's like you two are going to be on equal playing field. First of all, you're emperors and empresses, but the side that you're coming out as, Gemini, or will be, is the Mother of Cups, and that this person will be the Father of Cups. You're moving into something that Spirit doesn't want me to ask about because the Moon card, and I know by now that if I try to clarify this, I will get the High Priestess, the Two of Wands, the Two of Pentacles, or the Two of Swords. Like, when they don't want me to know, they don't want me to know, and they don't want me to push. So, right, but it's saying, but it's telling a story too. What you are working on that you don't want to tell anyone about now is going to bring fruit. It's going to, in business, is bringing some kind of really you're making something, and it's going to be huge. It's also, I have a side note for self. Something that you are working on, balancing. Oh, wow. Thank you, Spirit. This is perfect for Gemini, too. This is where we end. So that was for business, but for self, because I see this here, because Gemini has such a great balance of mind and heart, the divine masculine, divine feminine. It's just the way it is. When you're high vibrational Gemini, you are the divine feminine and the divine masculine in one, period. Right? And you communicate really well with that Mercury energy, with that Mercury, like what? So it's showing Mother of Cups, the surrounding energy, with the Father of Cups, so the feminine, the masculine. You dive deep into your subconscious, the Moon, and you work some stuff out and then completely changed yourself. Magician having everything that they need, plus they co-create with Spirit to make your own dreams come true on an emotional level. And that's what I got for you, Gemini. What a beautiful read. Thank you for your energy, guys. Namaste. Bye.